The hotly debated topic in the gaming community at the moment is one of my old videos, that is if Sekiro needs an easy mode. After playing the game for 50 hours, a core mechanic of the game, the death blow system, gave me an insight into the game's difficulty as it both is tied to combat and difficulty setting. Well, I'm Vamsy with Player's Narrative, and this video will dissect Sekiro's innovative combat mechanic, the death blow system. The death blow mechanic kills an enemy in one blow, but some bosses need 2 or even 3 death blows to defeat them. You achieve a death blow by breaking an enemy's posture, which, along with the player's posture, is indicated in the HUD. You can chip away an enemy's health or just build up the posture meter and do the death blow. But, this being a Fromsoft game, enemies are relentless with their attacks and mostly will break your posture if you don't trade blows wisely. It's not all-out aggression like Bloodborne or even defense like Dark Souls. It makes you work for that window of opportunity to kill the enemy in one hit. Traditionally, we always have to drain the HP of a boss to really get that kill. Take Dark Souls for example. You can shield your way through an enemy's attack and get in hits whenever you can to kill them. The backstab system lets you kill most baddies by just strafing around them without actually having to work for it, which eventually evolved into Bloodborne's visceral attacks, where you have to do a riposte to get the visceral attack. Death blow on the other hand works both ways, as failing to react to an enemy attack or balancing your poise can kill you in one hit. If you just block every enemy attack, it'll build your posture and you'll eventually end up taking a hit. But if you deflect an enemy's attack, you can still build an enemy's posture while not taking posture damage yourself. This system is essentially a form of difficulty setting, as mastering the skill to break an enemy's posture gives you a one-hit kill. You can still beat an enemy the traditional way, but it's just too laborious and less badass. This is a singular vision Miyazaki had in mind while developing the game. The shinobi had kind of elements that are both offense and defense that he has to use simultaneously. It's kind of like a treat or reward for the player at the end of a struggle, that clash of swords. This sort of reward can be seen in RPGs where your character is on the higher level and you can kill most baddies you fought early in the game in one hit. The way you do it in most cases ends up depending on stats rather than the player learning a particular skill. The new God of War has a similar mechanic with the stun system, where you can punch an enemy to build its stun meter and then trigger a quick time kill. This means you can't use the axe to get that reward. It's the classic risk versus reward system. Nioh also does this really well with the stamina system, where you can exhaust an enemy's stamina to kill him quickly whilst recovering your stamina with the key pulse. Requiring to actively participate to get a death blow makes every battle a tense game of calculation, and with different movesets from different enemies, the potential to master the skill gets better over time. Every attack animation is clearly telegraphed to the player. When an enemy attacks and you block, you take posture damage, which shows up in the bottom. When you deflect an attack, the clash animation is played out and with a distinctive sound letting you know that you've deflected. An enemy's perilous attack is telegraphed with both sound and a kanji, and a stagger animation is played out when you lose posture. All this culminates in a back and forth that climaxes in a death blow, which is a unique game mechanic that's particular to this game, making this combat mechanic stand the test of time and decide the grades. A passive resurrection mechanic grants you the ability to correct your mistakes or even leave the battle to come back to a boss when you've learned a particular skill or moves. The death blow is not something we haven't seen before, it's simply an evolution of that. It encourages player to master the combat and reap the reward. Any combat system can still feel fresh with the right game design. What mechanics stood out for you in the game? Let me know in the comment section below. Hey, thanks for watching, I'm Vanzy, subscribe to support my channel and like the video if you did. Ciao.